Over the past couple months, I've had a few people, well, actually more than a few people, sending me videos from TikTok, and they're asking me what I think about them and if they're real, if I can explain them. So today I figured I would go through and look at the top 5 videos that people have sent me that they just can't explain and they don't know what it is. So I'm going to explain it for you to show you exactly what they're doing. Some of them are hoaxes, some of them are just phenomenon in the sky, but all of them are easily explainable. So without further ado, so basically what we're seeing here, guys, is military flares. This is in Homestead, Florida. I believe there is a military base in or around Homestead, Florida, but they're probably off in the water somewhere doing military training exercises. And what this is it's a flare or countermeasures that to me, I believe it's just a flare, but they have different kind of flares that burn a lot longer, and they have parachutes on them, and then they release other flares to either light the area up or do whatever the military is that they're doing. I don't know exactly what it is they're doing, they don't tell us, but what I think kind of trip people out is here in a second, these flares break off into some more flares, and then they kind of hang around down here. So here's what freaked everybody out. These flares right here, when they let those flares out, they have a parachute on top of them, so they're going down a lot slower. Well, it's pretty windy, off the ocean. So these are probably off the ocean, really, really high up and really far away. But the wind's blowing them, and it kind of makes them look like they're dancing. They're not. It's just, but see, if you notice, these are still falling. They're all falling, but they're getting caught. They're flares to see some tonight, or they are countermeasures for jets. Because when a jet's dogfighting, it deploys what they call countermeasures, and they can either be a phosphorus countermeasure or it locks onto your radar. Well, the red phosphorus burns a lot hotter than that engine does, and if it releases that phosphorus countermeasure, that the missile is going to chase after the phosphorus, go after that, and it's going to stay away from the plane. Anyway, that's the first one. First one comes out to be flares or some kind of military countermeasures for aircraft. Let's take a look at the second one. Okay, this one, my buddy Wes sent me this one. It does look kind of crazy, but I looked it up and found out exactly what it was. So let's see it. So what gives this away is this plane right here. If you see this plane right here, that this is a firefighter. I forgot exactly what the make and model of the plane, but it's red and white, and it's one that carries water or some kind of flame retardant material. And what I'm guessing that this Chinook is doing right here, and it's getting followed by, was it a Black Hawk or it's a Sikorsky helicopter one? It looks to me like they're either going towards a fire or they are coming back from a fire, and they're just purging the system, and it just gives it this really crazy look because it's probably actually coming from either the bottom or it's not off to the side, but it makes it look like it's off to the side, and it's really crazy looking just the way it's called. And so we can actually see what I can't tell what this helicopter is, but you can see that it's kind of, when it gets in this helicopter's updraft, kind of breaks off right here. But the dead giveaway, like I said, on this right here is going to be this plane right here. And if you go through and you look up different fire systems that planes have and helicopters have, you'll see that there's a bunch of different kind. And this one, the Chinook right here, is actually one kind that it showed. And this right here might be just a spotter or something. Who knows? It could be going to put out a military fire. It could be a ton of different things, but I guess if you go back and look up on February 13th, 2023, UP of Michigan, you probably see that there's some kind of training center out there. But when I got this video, I think a few people I read some comments on it. A few people were saying something about the government was trying to control the weather, contrails and all that stuff, and no, it's definitely not that. Finish it off and watch the rest of it. See, this guy, he put this music in it, so I think what this does to people on TikTok, because I don't know what the deal is with TikTok, but if you just get a video that's there's a couple more I got here in a second that you'll see that somebody puts a little bit of music to it, and just because of what they're saying out loud, people take it like it's the truth, and you've got to, especially nowadays, you have to believe nothing of what you hear and half of what you see, and even go as far as to say nothing of what you see, because the way AI is, and the technology is just getting so much better that everything's going to be indistinguishable here in the next 5-10 years. They're going to be able to do all kind of deep fakes. So let's go to this third video. Now this one right here, I thought was my buddy sent me this, and he sent me this and was asking me if I could find the app that they done it on. It can be done on so many different kind of apps, not just apps, but it could actually be done on this program I'm using right here. It's Premiere Pro. It can be done on After Effects too, but take a look at this. It's kind of neat. Now look at this branch right here. What the hell is this branch hanging on to? It's floating. Did you see that? A floating branch with Okay, so there's 3 of them. That was probably done on either Unreal Engine. It could have been done on After Effects. Could have been done on DaVinci. Could have been done on many different things. But that is a very nice rendering. It looks very, very good. Very, very realistic. They've done a very good job with it. And I don't think they weren't trying to make it look like it was a real alien or anything, because of course this floating bush over here, who in the right mind would leave a floating tree limb, if you're trying to psych out the world. Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. But anyway, like I said, it's really cool little rendering, little alien. So somebody says they went to record the sun and this happened. Why would you do that?
There it is.
Now this right here is very, very, very easy to explain. There actually is a phenomenon that the very last video that we're going to get into that causes stuff like this. But this is not what we're seeing right here. What we're seeing right here is this is just a lens flare, like the other one. Now look, and how we know this is, all right, you see here, and this is not actually a lens flare. This is a window in front of the camera, so you can see the camera when it moves. See how the camera moves and it's not moving with the camera? Okay, the camera's behind glass. So here we go. Now notice that it stays in the same line. It's the same shape. Same everything. Now watch, even when the camera moves, it kind of goes together. Here we go. Oops, see it shaking? So I saved the craziest one for last, right? Okay, so you got to remember something. When somebody is pointing a camera and they're talking behind it, that's all they're doing is talking. That doesn't mean there's evidence. It doesn't mean that this woman is literally meaning that it's 10 o'clock at night when she says this.
Look at the moon. It's very bright. Yay! Bye. We're going home. I'm going home. 10 o'clock in the evening right now here.
So this is what's known as a hunter's moon. It is a sunset and a moonrise at the same time. It's commonly on a full moon night, and this happens because the moon and the sun are on the exact opposite sides of space. And when seen from Earth, and the moonrise and the sunset takes place simultaneously, this phenomenon is called a hunter's moon. As the moon faces the sun directly, it reflects the sun's light with more glare, and it seems like another sun. Completely common, nothing extraordinary, but very pretty to look at. So that, my friends, are the top TikTok videos that people have sent me in the past month or two. Some of them are definitely weird looking, and I can see why people do question them, but you got to remember something, that if somebody from TikTok or YouTube or any of these other platforms. If you're a content creator, I'm a content creator. So I'm trying to find people to watch my videos. I'm trying to get clicks. I'm trying to get views. I'm trying to get likes. I'm trying to get subscribers. So who's going to subscribe to a video of something that's just normal? You know, you add a little bit of strange music to it. Maybe say something in the background like, "Oh, it's 10 o'clock at night," when it's really 6 o'clock during the day. And why is there two suns? I'm seeing so many of these videos that people fall for this all the time. And I think that it's just making our species like devolve, because people will believe anything, and it's not their fault. It's just that, you know, I don't want to say they're not educated, but there's so much of this kind of stuff going around that it's really easy to fake. And I do it all the time. I make all kind of videos where I edit them and make them look like it's something that it's not, or just kind of, but I don't try to pass it off as like a TikTok video that's magical, or you're seeing something that you're not seeing. These have been the top 5 videos that I picked from and asked me to explain it, or what I thought about it and what's going on in it. And so I just figured I would make this video to enlighten people how a content creator thinks. And being that I edit videos, I see this kind of stuff all the time. You know, I know how to manipulate videos. I know how to manipulate audio. So don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear. Believe nothing of what you hear. Half of what you see. Go ahead and make that nothing of what you see. Because today, technology is so good that deep fakes, and they have the voice fakes, that you can pretty much pull off any kind of ruse that you want to. So be careful. Don't let people tell you that it's something that it's not. Because if you follow Occam's razor states that it's usually the answer with the least amount of assumptions is going to be the answer. And it's usually going to be the most simplest answer is going to be the right answer. It all has to do with like cognitive biases. And I'm going to leave a link up here. Where's that? Right over here. Right up there. I'm going to leave a link right up there for a video about cognitive biases. And I'm doing a lot more of these. Our brain tricks us. Our brain is almost out to get us. It's a very fascinating instrument, but if you're not careful, it will trick you. And these cognitive biases are something else. And just go check out that video, guys. And I do appreciate you watching this video. If you would, please do like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. This is my Kaiser Soze shirt. Not to be mistaken for Pfizer. But yeah, it's got it on the back of it. But anyway, guys, go check out my merch store. There's shoes, Little Scary Bear. There's Means to Savagery. There's all kind of shit. So go check it out, guys. And thank you for watching the video. See you in the next one.